And we're live.
Hello, friends.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. Come here often?
Oh, man.
Never been here before,
All right.
actually.
Mostly Mondays
look
and
great.
Wednesdays.
Did you do
Well,
something new
in
with your hair? It
case-
looks wonderful. Thanks for hanging out. Welcome.
Yeah, well, in case you are new, we are No Initiative. We're going to play some quests to Soaring City. I'm Nat, joined by 4 of my favoritist friends, Megan, Izza, Robert, and Sam. As well, we are missing one of our crew today, but that's how life is. Nunu is forever in our hearts and our hatred. So,
Always.
Oohs and chat for Nunu.
Yeah.
Booze.
Boo.
Does that work?
We need to be stopped. We need. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, y'all. We'll see
I
you
did
next
this,
week.
and I am very
The
happy
other
about it.
admins are not going to let us come back.
Oh. We're gonna have to go build our own chat with
Yeah,
Uwus
Stream
and
Daddy's going to
Blackjack.
grind us.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I do like blackjack. And ooze.
So, what are we doing today? What are we doing today?
Hold on, let me
We're
look at the
gonna-
episode title.
Diplomacy.
Gonna attempt to steal some scones and also shoot a beam of light directly into an important ambassador.
Scones and diplomacy.
These are both valid.
Accurate.
Oh, Scones and Diplomacy. That's also a good episode
Oh,
title.
would've
Pretty
been
good episode
good.
title.
Yeah.
Damn it. There's still time.
The Great Scone Diplomacy.
Diplomacy? That's bad. Anyway. Why are we doing those things? That is kind of the operative question.
Just cause, for fun, you know.
Megan, kill the bot.
Who did I kill?
Who did you kill? Yeah.
Moderator, kill the bots.
Uh-oh.
I'm not in mod view.
All right.
Yeah, give
So-
me a sec.
I was just letting you know.
While our mods are being heckled,
I know. We're
We
being
are-
We're doing
bullies.
good. We're doing our best. I'm not in mod view.
so those
okay.
two are Megan and Sam, who play Lena and Ro, are off flying ahead of our flying city to Suurevayne, a wonderful mountaintop fortress. It's supposed to be unassailable. To steal a couple bakes of scones because their friend Mr. Batinga accidentally shipped them poisoned scones while being evil because shadows made him evil.
He's not evil anymore. We
He's not
saved
evil
him
anymore.
by shooting a beam of light directly into his chest.
Yes, that is how we save the people who got shadowed by Nunu. Yes, it is all Nunu's fault. Faris, who's played by Izza, shoots a big ass beam of light while someone loves them, and it returns them to how they were. And phrasing? Anyway. That needs to happen to the ambassador from Suurevayne so that we can eliminate the poison scones so they don't hate us, and make it so that their ambassador doesn't hate us so they don't hate us. It'll be great. So, to that end, Ro and Lena have flown ahead to Suurevayne to steal the scones, and the rest of the crew, Faris, Doctor, played by a wonderful Robert Allen voice actor, and Zayke, Nunu, who's sadly not here, are addressing the diplomat Theodora by finding someone who really cares for her. When you've tracked her down, a woman named Almeida, who has this beautiful black dress, and seems very nervous about this happening, publicly sharing how they feel about this person. I wonder what that's about.
Yeah, Faris may sort of recognize some of that awkwardness.
Why is that?
No reason.
Why would that be familiar to you?
My question is, does she know about our code for quest and other things?
Robert, that is the best segue. He says with a
Flawless.
straight face. So, this flawless segue is talking about the adventure game store, Quest, the wonderful game we're playing. Megan, you wanna?
Oh, it's been restocked as of like half hour ago, full with beautiful quest books and card decks. I just ordered my card deck that I'm really excited about, and some cool
Also,
pins.
some very cool pins of all the different character roles. I'm
Character-
ordering an Invoker one as we speak.
We were all trying to get our orders in before the stream started.
Before they sell out, because
Before they
everything
sell
sells
out.
out so fast. 'Cause
So-
it's so cool.
And if you've previously bought a PDF, you can there's a credit that you can apply to the purchase of a physical book if you had bought the PDF when they were out of the books. And if you use code NOINITIATIVE, all caps, one word, you can save 10% on your order. So get on in there, because there's some really cool stuff, and I'm very excited to receive my cards that I ordered shortly before we went live.
Hell yeah.
Pins are so cool. Did
The
you
pins
see
are
the
so cool.
guide one?
I
The guide
There's
is
a guide
really
pin?
cool. Yeah, there's a
It's-
guide
There's a guide
pin
pin?
there.
Yeah.
There's a guide pin.
It's really
Yeah.
There's a
awesome.
guide pin.
It's really
Yeah.
fucking
I might have to
awesome.
go back for round 2
They all look so
of buying
cool.
things.
I didn't get to
but-
look at them
and-
before the stream,
Yeah.
so this is
And-
just
and
me
Nat,
freaking out.
Don't forget to use code NOINITIATIVE when you buy that guide pin to get 10% off.
Oh, the spy
Is
pin's
that all
so
caps,
cool.
no spaces?
All caps, no
All
spaces.
caps.
All caps, no spaces.
It works
It's a
on
really
everything on the
convenient way
store.
to support
And,
your
and
cat.
we are affiliates, so if you use that code, you are also supporting our show. Yay.
The naturals pin's
I would-
really cool too.
Yeah,
Always
I'm
been
getting a
really cool.
naturalist pin.
I do want to highlight that if you buy the PDF version, you get the full price of the PDF off from the physical book. They do not hold back
Yep.
on
It's
making
really
sure that you
awesome.
don't have to buy this book twice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
this
getting
request
the
is very
hard
good to us.
copy automatically gives you the digital PDF
Yes.
as well. It's included.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
boom.
Yes,
It's-
order put in.
Oh, I'm jealous. I don't
Okay.
have my wallet.
Shopping episode complete. Now,
Yes.
next episode.
Okay, now I
Now-
finished my order. We can start the stream, guys.
Yes, now
Okay, go
now
live,
we're done
Robert.
vamping for
yeah,
Izza.
Robert,
We're
do you
done
want
vamping
to
for
take
Izza.
us live? Now that we're ready.
Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me just, Oh, no, guys, we've been live this whole time.
Oh no!
What?
Whoops.
Well-
But you let me say my credit card information out loud.
This is embarrassing.
All right. We're gonna start this game on our lovely spy naturalist combo. But so what we see in the morning light, because it's still pretty early in the day, is, well, Megan, why don't you describe what Lena looks like riding on this giant albatross? I think it was.
like a
Yes.
reddish albatross. Lena looks awesome. Lena's having the time of her life. Other than the fact that she's a little concerned that Ro's running a fever, which is weird. I'm imagining this very much like the Rescuers Down Under. Sam knows where I am. Because Lena is
Time
also
I say the word albatross.
because Lena is also very small on large bird. So yeah, I think we're just flying along trying to get to Suurevayne to get these scones. So Lena, just very small, is just bunkered, like trying to stay low to like avoid being like lifted off of Ro's back, but also just really wants to look around and see what's going on.
I think looking forward, your hair is buffeted in a very dramatic and attractive way, with the
Thank
morning light spilling over the mountain line
and my
in the
cape is
background.
blowing. My cape
Oh,
is
yeah.
blowing in the breeze.
The reds of the horizon contrast against the blue of your shoulder cape.
Some good storytelling. It's exactly
And
what it's
coming into view. Forward, dead ahead, on the tallest top of the tallest mountain, is a fortress carved from the very stones of the mountain range. Imposing, snow-crusted, with a shimmering light rising up to the sky from the center of it. You can see way down there people like ants walking along the walls, there's a very small trail, just big enough for a wagon, that winds its way down, and your discerning eye can tell it's ready to be collapsed if under duress of an assault, leaving the castle virtually unreachable outside of climbing equipment.
Darn.
Or
What a
birds.
shame. What a shame if only we
Fancy
had
that.
people who could climb or were on birds. Is there anything so I have my spy glasses on, like if I zoom in, is there anything more I can discern?
What are you trying to ascertain?
Just to, because I'm assuming like this is where we're trying to get to, or is,
Oh yeah.
yeah, like if I can see, so there's one main entrance to it. I don't know if like I can see if there are people like standing. I mean, we're not going to be subtly getting in here, but I mean, is there a place that we could like maybe land out of sight and then like climb a ways, or
Certainly. That pathway curls its way around the mountain. So if you go around the corner outside of the view behind some rocks, you could try to scrabble your way up. I mean, at that point, you are trying to sneak your way into a fortress that is, a location that has specifically been constructed to make that difficult. But you're good at this, so
you're right,
that might not be a
I
problem.
So I think I'm gonna kind of like call to Ro, although she probably doesn't need to, but she's still just gonna like yell, be like, try to land somewhere hidden and we'll walk the rest of the way up, and we'll try to like point to like an outcropping of rocks that we could like set down.
Yeah, okay, I can do that. You hear it in your head.
Mhm.
I'll start soaring that way.
Alright, you wind your way down, casually a giant red albatross landing on the mountainside.
Yeah,
The
super
red is
casual.
for aesthetics, though, so there's no roll required, because I'm a kind guide.
Bless.
That means we'll be screwed
Once
later.
you land, do you want
Yeah.
to D-bird?
Yeah, I think I'll D-bird. Because I know I'm gonna need to
Alright.
be something else for the next leg of journey. So I'll pop back
Just
into
as
row
you-
form.
As the two of you find yourself standing in the snow, you can see your breath curling upwards in the harsh cold. You can just barely make out the top of a parapet over the rocky crag if you crane your neck. And you can see little motes of smoke curling up from whatever they're probably cooking or heating.
Rose like exhaling to watch their breath make clouds. Just like waving it away. Oh, sorry. Where should we go next?
All right. Oh God. There's no
I'll
like.
also mention, you hear the faint sound of running water, like a babbling brook kind of running water.
There's no like deliveries in back sign.
There's not a deliveries in back sign, no.
Shame.
This aesthetic isn't big on signage, I'm sorry.
I mean, that's valid. Just trying to think of like the best place to that like these things would have been delivered, like where they would have been delivered to. But first, I guess we need to get into the fortress. Let's follow the sound of running water and see where that ends up.
Okay.
Right? That's not
I'm
hard
like
to
skipping ahead,
follow.
playing in the snow.
It's very pretty snow. As you wind your way around back, you do find a grate, out of which there is a lot of like discolored snow and ice. And
Great.
there is
I was just
water,
about
water, quote unquote.
Great.
There's a great.
Great. Yeah, it's
there's water, quote unquote, flowing out of it currently in a bit of a surge.
Well,
Oh,
that sucks. All right. Well, I guess it's sewer time. Can I check? Does the grate appear to be like? Is it something that's like welded as part of this like sewer? Is it like a door? Are there like screws or anything like attaching it to the pipe? Like, how violently do I have to rend this from the pipe to
I
get
could
inside?
turn it into flowers.
So that's pretty cool.
That's so much better.
I don't. Do I need to
Unless
say how
it's
they're
magic.
connected? They're not magic.
Is it a magic grate?
You never know if it's like protected from,
People like us.
I also have a way to help us both breathe in water if like we need to go hardcore at this. Because naturalists, yo.
The bars are connected sunk into the stone bricks on the top and bottom. You can't tell how far, but at least an inch.
Do we need to go in that way, I guess?
Yeah, do you have a way to... I mean, I could try to rip it out. Do you have an idea?
I mean, I can get rid of some of the bars at least. Kind of like, yeah, you remember when we were fighting on that big metal robot outside the city and I turned it into plants? I can do that.
Oh, that's very useful. Yeah, you can, turn it into plants.
Okay, can normal people breathe in water or do you need help?
Just cut in here. Looking in the grate, you're not like plunging into the water. It'll be like walking along it.
Okay, it's not like a full pipe, like, okay.
You don't gotta submerge yourself.
Okay. Never mind.
But what if they want to?
I mean, that is a valid question.
Just like, last I checked, I couldn't breathe in water, but I don't think I will need to.
Okay, well then, in case I can do it later.
Good. Perfect. This is great. I wish Zayke and I had you around when we were doing other things. This is very useful. Lena makes mental note for later.
I'm
Like,
so happy
yes.
I can help.
Yes, you can.
This is so cool. I feel just like the magpie, and I scamper off towards the opening because Rose's been reading the magpie comic books.
Bro, who's the magpie?
Oh,
We'll ask
really
Scurry.
cool hero.
So ask
and-
like as Rose turning a couple bars into flowers so you can slip in.
Yeah, they're just turning into daisies like Poppy. And I'm just like, thank you, as I like go through. Let me mark my AP before I forget. But as I go,
please continue this conversation.
Yeah, I'm totally telling Lena all about the magpie issues that I've read. And like, she's so cool and smart and is really good at sneaking around. And she has this cool friend named the Blue Jay. And they get into a bunch of trouble, but then they always save the day. And they help everybody together. And it's cool because I'm going to be a hero like them. Do you want to read it? It's a good book.
Yeah, I'd love to read it. Sounds great.
Yeah, we can be
I
just
can't-
like them. I'll be the magpie, you can be like Blue Jay. Let's go.
Okay.
Rose going through the sewer.
Beautiful. Exquisite.
Lena will definitely try to get in front after a little bit. Just be like, and I'll put my glasses back down and just look around because it'll they have infrared vision, so I'll be able, so like I can see if there are like if there's anybody or anything around. My camera keeps
Sure.
unfocusing itself.
So, as you enter the subterranean passages deep under the walls of the fortress, it is dark, quite dark. There are sconces to hold torches, but there are no torches in them currently.
Have a thing for this too. Because naturalists.
I want to be clear, these are sconces, not scones.
Damn it!
Hmm.
But even so, at least Ro didn't activate any infrasight thing. So I'm gonna use my wild aspect of the cat. And Lena, you'll just sort of hear Ro actually start emitting like a purring sound that you've probably never really heard them make because they're normally making wolf noises. And I think both of your eyes sort of flash for a moment, and we both have like cat dark vision. For the next hour, we gain the ability to see things nearby in complete darkness, as if we were in a dimly lit room. But it does not pierce magical darkness. Affected creatures may occasionally feel the urge to stop what they are doing and clean themselves.
So
We're in a sewer.
I didn't realize apparently that
What have you
Ro is
done?
just a Swiss Army knife.
I sure am. What?
This is fine.
It's okay. I'm gonna go through all of my AP before we get to any like fights or anything. It's fine.
It's fine. If everything goes according to plan, nobody will even know we were here. In and out.
In and out, just like the magpie.
Just like the magpie.
Where nothing
Magpie's
ever
a
went wrong.
And he's just like, the magpie's a little out of practice. It's fine.
All right. You hear some voices up ahead. There are a staircase leading upward, likely up to more surface levels. And then you hear voices ahead and the sounds of like eating. Like it might be a dining hall.
Oh no, do you think maybe we're too late? Did we miss dessert?
I don't know. Maybe. Like how far up ahead?
They are not nearby. Because then you'd be able to see them in the darkness.
Right.
So farther than that, it's kind of echoey though, so like precise ranges. You could sneak ahead and scout. Row might be very useful, but being quiet hasn't exactly been amongst their skill set.
What?
Whole lot.
That's fair. Yeah. Ro, stay right here. I'm just gonna go take a peek ahead and see what we're working with. And then I'll come right back and we can keep going, okay?
Okay, but be careful.
Yeah. I'm always very careful.
Okay. Well, if I hear anything, I will come and help you, so don't worry.
Yes. I know you've got my back, so.
Yeah, I like
Not
to
worried
station
at all.
myself ready.
And I will creep further ahead using all of the stealth skills that I.
Yeah, that's fine. You creep ahead. The camera stays on Row.
Oh fuck!
Yep, who absolutely is like
I've been set up.
Watches Lena sort of creep away and tries really hard to like stand guard strictly, but almost immediately kind of their mind starts wandering and they like go to put their hand on their hips and hear a jangling sound and look down and see this pretty new necklace that they just got for their birthday in the mail that for some reason everybody seems really worried about them like trying on, but they know that it's magic-y and they want to know what it does. So they sort of like look around to make sure there's nobody coming and that Lena's not back yet, and they take it off their belt and they look at the pretty shiny ruby in it, and then they put it on.
Pretty. Right. So as you it clicks together around your neck, and it just very neatly rests against your sternum. And it's there for a moment, glinting in the light. And then it hurts a lot. Because you feel
Ow!
something stab from where the gem is into your chest. Quite violently.
What is that?
Nope. There's no blood yet. And you feel it not just going in, but then moving. And while that's happening, well, camera's gonna pan back across the sky to Valerith.
Faris, my raw senses are tingling.
Mine too.
Oh, so the two of you are in Almeida's room while she's preparing.
I like how the
And
two
Zayke
row
has gone-
tectors are nowhere near row.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, the other two healers nowhere near row.
Yeah, like y'all were idiots for just letting Ro and Lena go by themselves. Like Lena thought it was a great idea, but y'all
A
are
literal
idiots for allowing
child.
this. Like,
Literal child.
and,
Faris
And
literally
Ro.
can't leave the city right
and
now.
then Ro.
Yeah, a literal child and then row. So Nathaniel,
Okay,
yes,
so-
you were saying.
You're in the room while Almeida's getting ready. Zayke went ahead to go find Diplomat Theodora and GL, because GL was keeping the Diplomat busy. And also Nunu's not here, so we're getting him out of sight.
Sorry.
And then there's a, like there are sounds that you feel in your bones sometimes. It's not that they're like absurdly loud. They just hit it in the correct way, and you just feel almost like your bones crawl. That happens, just a rumbling up, and then there's a red light flash, and just like everywhere. Literally, there's not from somewhere particular. It's just, and then as it simmers down, you just you hear a voice. The inheritance has been accepted.
What?
Did I don't like that.
Does that happen
Tell-
normally around here?
No.
Almeida.
No.
Is there anything about that light and sound that was familiar to Faris and the Doctor, given
That is valid.
things
yeah.
they have seen on their journeys?
The light was kind of familiar to the scanning light that Fizzwitz, the robot friend, put out.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Fizzwitz.
He's a friend. He's a robot
No.
shaped like a friend.
I
He
love
is-
robots. That robot was not a friend.
He is not a robot.
You remember Fizzwitz? He was adorable. He told you to run when Roast was coming back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Did that sound like his voice or no?
No. It seemed like generic evil announcer voice that Kovrax probably had rigged in the city.
So everyone heard that, not just us. I'm assuming if Almeida heard that. So
Yeah.
cool.
There actually
Another
seems to be a bit of a
problem to
hubbub.
deal with.
What?
This is just what we need. This is just what we need. Every time we're about to solve one problem, another one just materializes in front of us. I might actually go insane.
Alika bursts through the door. And she just says, the building took Zayke.
You
I'm sorry. What?
Are you going to elaborate
that
on
one-
that, Alika?
When that red light popped out and it just kind of materialized across him, and then he disappeared when it did.
Has anyone else disappeared, or is it just them?
No one else so far. But we're checking, farther. We're pretty sure the light only happened in Crown Tower so far.
But why? Why was Zayke taken? Did he inherit something?
I don't know. Lena knew him better than any of us. Maybe she'll know something.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to be easy at all.
Just got him.
I was literally about to say the same thing.
We just got him back. She's gonna kill us.
And if you kill her first.
Where's Lena right now? Because I don't think Alika knows.
Oh yeah, we didn't tell Alika about that.
Nope.
Which is why I said that's going to be difficult.
I sent Lena and Ro on a mission outside of the city.
Now? But we really need help with the Suurevayne problem right now.
It's to help with the... I'll come and talk to you about it later. Not here.
She looks
It's
at Almeida
together.
and kind of nods.
I'll find you after we've dealt with this, unless you were planning on being here when it happened.
Look, we're going to be in Suurevayne soon. We still have to deal with all the same problems with Diplomat Theodora. That hasn't changed. I'll try to see if we can find anything more out about this. Be safe.
Thank you. I'd appreciate it.
And then she looks at Almeida, who is just kind of like confused, and she gives like a half bow, just like, sorry, city things. She walks out.
All right. It's terrible that Zayke has gone missing, but right now we have pressing matters. We can look for them afterwards. I think we need to deal with Theodora first.
Absolutely. Okay, well, Zayke was the one who went to get her, so we're gonna need to go find her ourselves now, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Turning towards the woman whose name I forgot.
Almeida.
Almeida, thank you. Just going. So where would Ambassador Theodora be this moment?
Well, she was having lunch with one of the council women. Her hands are shaking slightly. I don't know exactly where. And then she turns back to the mirror and futzes with nothing.
Faris does lean over to the doctor a little bit and whispers very quietly, Do I act like that around Alika? Is it that obvious?
Okay, don't take this the wrong way. She's really good at hiding it compared to you.
Oh god. Good to know. Thank you. Let's go find Theodora. I appreciate your friendship.
As you start to break towards the door, Almeida goes, "Wait, not yet. Well, can't we just collect all? Can't we all just collect ourselves first?"
Is that not what you've been doing?
I just think all of us need to take 5 and just breathe.
We might not have 5.
Yeah.
Oh no, is that?
Oh no, the dark. Oh, there we go. She's back.
Say the line again.
Oh, was that me cutting out again? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Faris says, I very much want to get this dealt with as quickly as possible for Theodora's sake and because there's a whole new something happening that I'm probably going to have to help with. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I don't know why you would think I'm not okay. I'm doing just fine. And she sits on the bed.
Look, remember I said before that this spell I'm going to cast, like, yes, it requires someone who cares for the person it's being cast on, but that has many different definitions. It doesn't have to mean romantic love. It can mean friendship. It can mean a familial bond. It can be so many different things. She's not going to know automatically any feelings you might have towards her.
Faris, I think I want you to roll the die.
Ooh, spicy. Ooh. Faris doing a persuasion check. This is gonna go great.
Persuasion check?
Essentially.
Faris, you're so charismatic.
15. I guess she sort of could be. She's growing. This is her character. This is her character development.
Full success. So she takes a deep breath, pats her thighs a little bit, and she gets up.
Faris smiles at her.
Let's go.
You've got this.
She's in chamber 37.
Okay.
But you did.
So
know.
you knew.
I just wasn't ready. Can you blame me?
Faris is gonna. Actually, no, wait. She doesn't need to whisper it here. It's just the doctor. She's like, I know how you feel, so I can sympathize. It's Don't worry, you'll be fine.
All right. And she leads you out the door.
I think we follow.
And we're gonna jump back to Suurevayne. But before we learn what happened to Ro, Lena, you're sneaking ahead. That was really important.
In Lena.
Yep. Sure was. Lena just lives in Suurevayne now because she's not coming back.
Have I ever gotten this much sass?
For me, probably not, actually. I am a good, respectful player who just tries to make you break in the Zoom chat. But never. No. Have you ever wronged me in such a way? How could you lead me astray, Sam?
What? Conniving with Sam? As if that's not part of my job.
The two of you are too powerful when you team up. This isn't fair to any of us.
This is what happens when I leave my backstory, like, not super, sad and terrible, is I just let Nat do it live.
Yay! Yep, so I'm going ahead because that was a super important thing for me to have done. Better be something worth seeing up there.
Oh shit. As you sneak forward, there's a portcullis that is down. As you approach it, you can tell that there is a large galley, mess hall. Galley is what they call it in ships, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mess hall. Or a banquet hall. It's fancy. It's not being used for something fancy right now, but it's big and there are lots of people. But as you're looking around, something's off.
Off how?
Well, the portcullises are down on every side. And the food you can see getting passed through some of the bars on one end, the other end away from you. And people in there, they look a little off. And you hear a lot of coughing.
Did they order poison scones? Is this a zombie outbreak? What is happening here?
There's a very dour attitude. It's not the cheery glass clink clink food eat noises. There's a somberness that pervades this.
Cool. Right. Cool. Can I try to use my fancy magic glasses to zoom in and like look at the food that is being eaten.
Sure, there are no scones. Nor are there sconces.
Cool.
You
How-
can ascertain the direction the food is coming from, which theoretically might be where they prepare most of the food.
That's helpful. But you said like the gates are down, like in all the doors.
Yeah. So it's one of those situations where there's two at the head across from each other and one at the foot down like the middle center of tables, and all the portcullises have been dropped, and so the people are locked in there. Yes, you think you could probably find your way around these underneath castles are designed to be quite windy and have multiple paths that are somewhat confusing. So there's probably another way around that direction. You're muted, friend.
Okay. Interesting. So if I can kind of figure out how to get to where I want to get, if there is no more information to be gained here, if I have not
I mean, you could talk to him.
found the trigger event, talk to who? Is there somebody like close enough to the bars?
It's a whole pervaded area. I'm assuming you were being quiet and not wanting to be seen. But
No,
you could,
I do not want to be perceived. Do not perceive me.
Yeah, but you could talk to them. It will probably result in you being perceived.
What if I just like put on my invisibility cloak and like make them think I'm a ghost or something?
You could try. They might try to smite the ghost. You know they're not big on like.
Oh, that's right.
magic.
They don't like dead things. Okay. I'm just gonna go back to Ro then, I guess.
All right.
Armed
So-
with this knowledge and confident that I can find us a way to get to where the food is coming from. Yep. And having there been no issues whatsoever in the brief moments that I was away.
So back to Ro. So you feel this thing pierce in through your sternum quite painfully, and then work left towards your heart. And then you feel a shooting pain, and then as your heart beats and it increases in pace, it hurts with every beat.
Ow! I think Ro kind of drops onto their knees and is like holding onto the necklace, maybe like trying to pry it off.
And that's about when Lena comes back.
I'm very distracted with the necklace and I probably don't notice, like, right away.
Yeah.
Just like,
Okay, so you
"Ow,
Lena,
I get-"
notice right away the necklace and Ro in pain.
What? We told you not to put that on. That's not the point.
I'm...
Get. Yeah. Lena, like, probably the least suited person out of anybody to do something like this. Magic is scary and bad.
Magic is scary and bad. This is a prime example.
Magic is scary and bad. How does nobody else see this? All you
Dorian
need to
agrees.
get by in life is the ability to scale a building. Don't need... All right. Can I like try to? If I like touch it, does it do anything to me? Like if I were to try to like pull it out?
So you can touch it, and it's held fast in that position. You could try to pull hard. That could have results.
Get it off!
It's. Do you want me to try to get it out?
It hurts, it's doing something weird.
I'm just. Yeah, I'm gonna try to pull it out. Rose can heal.
Oh.
And we're not in.
Okay. So as you
If
start to
Rose,
tug
if
on
Rose
it,
says if Ro gives consent to Lena trying to rip it out, Lena will try to rip it out.
So every heartbeat hurts, stabbing pain. And as you pull it, you can feel that whole construction through your upper organs just start to pull against your chest. And that hurts significantly more.
Oh, stop it! Never mind. I sort of like pull away, and I've still just like got my hand on it. But I think Ro is crying because they're just so surprised, and it hurts a bunch.
Oh, God, the doctor and Faris are going to kill me.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to know what it did, and now I know it.
Yeah, Ro, now's not the time for I told you so's. The I told you so's will come after we fix this.
So you feel 2 new sharp points of pain over your heart pierce through the skin of your chest and just make you can see 2 little beads of this bloodstone poke out. And as your heart beats, boom, boom, you can see one light up in time. Boom, 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 boom.
I don't know what that is.
And then it starts to hurt less.
I think Ro's sort of doing that thing that, like, you know, kids do when they were, like, crying and are kind of, like, not quite hyperventilating, but they're sort of realizing they're feeling better, but also will feel silly if they stop being upset right now. So they're kind of slowing down the crying and relaxing a bit. And they're just like, I think it's feeling better now, but it still is weird. I'm gonna like sort of pull my tunic to, you know, look and see what's going on.
Yep. You see the 2 points out. They make a very diamond shape, each one, on either side of the heart. One slightly lower than the other, and they light up as your heart beats both directions. Boom, 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 boom.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
It feels better now, I think. And they'll get up and kind of wipe their
Okay.
face, which is disgusting because we're in a sewer.
All right. Let's just get in and out of here as fast as we can, and then we can get back to Valerith, and the doctor and Faris can fix this.
They're gonna be so
hopefully.
mad at me.
Don't worry, if it's any consolation, they'll be more mad at me. So it's all right. But if it doesn't hurt right now, we can keep going. And I just remembered the new ability that I took last time is going to be very helpful. As we need to find our way through this fortress. And I'm gonna open my bag and pull out it's like a blank piece of paper. And I push it against the wall of the sewer. And I'm gonna use my blueprint, which you press the blueprint against the interior wall of a building and magic ink appears, revealing the building's layout.
Ooh.
What, you're just now using this?
Yeah, I forgot that I had it.
Excellent.
I remembered now that I'm done panicking. I'm still panicking about Ro, but I'm panicking a little less. But I looked down, I'm like, oh, I did take that. So let me mark off my PAP to use that.
The Marauder maps on out for you, just ink appearing to fill out Suurevayne. It's winding catacombs. Does it just say layout, or does it say like it also tells you what things are and stuff?
Nope. It just says revealing the building's layout.
All right.
Do I have Seeker? I don't have Seeker. If I had another spy ability, I would be able to see like my little tracker guys that I can like set out and stuff, but I don't have that. So it's
cool.
Just a blueprint of the building.
You do, as you're laying this out, start to hear organ music.
That's never good.
Yes.
It's not fast, but it's also not menacing. It's has a very steady beat to it, very simple melody. It's you might even think it's for keeping time in some way.
Weird. Okay. Based on where we can hear that coming from, can I look at the blueprint and kind of see where that is? Like what direction, like where that is?
I don't think the blueprint helps you identify where the organ is. Actually, it
No,
might.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no, I think it. No,
like
actually,
knowing where the
because,
rooms are versus where the sound is.
So actually, you can see on the surface level, in Suurevayne, there is a structure that has very let's just call it church-like architecture. It is pretty identifiable. It seems about the right direction.
I don't want to go to there. I want to go to where the food is because we're here for scones, and then we're getting out because Rose got a necklace in them.
If you look at the map, you can identify where you are and the mess hall that's just off of where you are. And the direction you saw the food coming from, you can see that just a couple corridors down is an area that looks large enough to be for work of some variety. Like a kitchen. And you can easily plot out a path to get there from that doesn't go through all them people.
Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna. I'm pretty sure I know where the kitchen is, so we'll head that way. Just try to be quiet if you can.
Okay, I will be very quiet. They like clamp their hands over their mouth.
Okay, you're doing great. Yeah, let's just go down towards there.
All right, I was needed. So you start making way along that pathway, winding around through the dank parts of Lower Suurevayne. You start to wind around, and you'll just jump ahead a little bit as you go through some passageways, dodge a couple people who are moving food, and you find yourself looking at a pretty constructed, thoroughly used kitchen. People are currently working in it. It's kind of early in the day. They're preparing meals and food, and you can clock the little pipeline they have of people taking food to the sealed off mess hall underneath. The organ music has gotten louder. It's not for here. It's not like people are working to the tune of it or something like a work song.
Yeah, it's like a metronome type deal.
You've gotten closer to it.
Okay.
The music does change, but it just there's never a break. The beat goes on, and the melody will shift. But once again, the beat goes on and on.
Okie dokie. Do I see any scones?
You don't, but you do see a pantry.
Okay.
A larder. I'm not sure what the right term is for this.
I am going to. I'm gonna put on or pull my shadow cloak around me and activate it so that I can be invisible. Doop doop. Look at me using AP, like somebody who has abilities that use AP.
Proud
Just
of you.
hear muffled. That's so cool.
Just like the magpie.
It's just yeah.
Great Scott.
Oh god.
So you're gonna go invisible and start darting your way into the kitchen, into the bread closet to try to find the scones.
Yeah, first I'll turn to Ro and be like, you don't have any other potentially cursed items to try on if I leave you here, right?
I don't think so. My
Okay.
only other presents are from you all.
Perfect. Okay. Just stay right here. I'm gonna go poke around and see if I can find the scones, and then we can go home.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put my hood up so that I'm gone. Doop. And I'm gonna go try to scone.
Excellent. So the camera stays on Ro. And
Pulls out
actually,
another
though,
cursed necklace.
Sam, tell me how Ro is acting now.
Now, I think Ro is still standing really in a left with their hands clamped over their mouth. And I think they're gonna just sort of like lean against the wall and like try to sort of calm themselves down with some deep breaths while they're trying to keep watch. But
Sure.
they're still definitely freaked out.
There's a stairwell nearby, and you start to see a light coming down it and hear footsteps approaching.
Oh no. They kind of hop up and down from like one foot to another and I'm gonna turn into a little mouse. Because I don't want to be seen.
Just as you're doing that, you see an individual carrying a lantern come around the corner. Robert, I'm going to ask you to describe this person, if you feel like you can do that.
Nat sends me a name, and my eyes just are like, no, I know exactly how they look. It's fine. It's just.
The only requirement is that they have a long sword and a lantern.
I mean, he would have a long sword. You see a relatively tall, older-looking man with what appears to be a braided. Oh my god, I can't think of what these are called, but the long chin ones braided hair, facial hair, gray.
Beard?
No, just like the goatee part, but it's actually called something else. Whatever.
Okay.
He has that long gray and braided. He has, in fact, actually, this is a great way to explain it. So his hair looks like Nat's, but if it were gray. You see Nat's hair? How lovely that is?
It's very lovely.
But gray.
Okay.
He is also wearing, very likely, what appears to be a vest that is made out of what's probably looks like leather, but it has been colored more red. And then he would have bits of metal guards, so like arm plate guards down onto the arm, things like that are golden. Pretty much. And then his pants would be very similar, but instead of red, they would be brown. Leather, though. And then boots.
Me.
It's just Nat. Yeah, this is actually Nat.
No.
And
so he comes.
yeah.
So he comes down the stairs. Do you have a detail to add?
I was just gonna say, and his face would look quite weathered, like a man who has experienced a lot of heartache.
He comes down the stairs, and you just hear a soft voice call out, Kids, I heard you down here. You know no one's supposed to be down here right now. You don't want to get sick.
I don't know if Lena would still be in range of Rose, like, telepathy. No, okay. Then little
Nope.
Romouse, little red tiny Romouse is just sort of like not moving where they were. Is this like a stone wall I'm picturing? Because I
Yeah,
feel like they'll
stone
kind of
brick.
like nestle in like one of the grooves of, you know, like where the brick is like connected, just to sort of make themselves as less noticeable as possible. Because they also know most fancy people don't like mouse and spice inside for some reason.
Yeah. There's a pause as he waits to hear a response and says, Driscoll, is it you? This isn't time for one of your games. And he starts searching. But we're going to jump over to Lena now.
Lena's having a great time.
Yeah. So you're
Things are fine.
You're making your way through this pretty busy kitchen.
Mhm.
So the real concern is bumping into somebody. And it's busy enough that I think there is a chance of that. So can you roll a d6?
Oh my god, I had a D20 out.
I'm proud of you for being prepared.
It's a 3.
That's fine. You're fine.
Oh.
You're good at this, so there's a pretty low chance of complication.
Yeah.
And you even find a moment for someone to open the nom nook for you to slip in, without having to do it yourself.
Is that Tom Nook's brother?
Nom nook.
Oh my god.
It is, in fact. We would like to thank Tyler Moonsage for that.
Thank you, Tyler.
Horrible pun. But no, you get inside. There was a lot of bread, including.
Okay, that's good.
It's
good.
Including 39 scones.
That seems like a weird amount for them to have ordered.
But that sounds like the number.
Baker's dozens.
That sounds right? Scones are
Yeah.
sold in prime numbers that are prime batches that are prime numbers, right?
Here's the thing, though. They're like up on these posts, set out.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know, like the sideways posts where they're like put in, unpackaged currently. So there are 39 individual scones. It's not like boxes you can just grab.
It's fine. I've got a. What else is in this Nom Nook?
Predominantly bread, spices, and cured meats.
All right. I mean, sometimes you just got to work with what you have. So I'm going. What I want. So they're all individually. So what I want to do is just make them. I'm debating. I'm like, I have a magic bag and I could probably stick a bunch of them in my magic bag. But also, what if I just crumbled them all up so that somebody wouldn't eat them?
Maybe someone put them into a crumble.
Oh my god. Crumbles are a lazy person's dessert. That's what happens when your cake doesn't rise all the way and you call it deconstructed. That's what you do on Chopped when you run out of time and
We cannot be friends anymore.
We are fighting. This is a fight.
It was a fight the second you put a spike in Rose Heart, Nat, and you know it.
I mean, did Nat do that, or did you do it by leaving them alone?
Does my little mouse
blame
have
Megan.
like glowy bits now?
I
We'll
need
get
to
back to that.
leave. Goodbye. It's been very nice being with you. All right. So if I were to, like, it's not a bag of holding. It's just a bag for like me to put shit and conceal it. So I don't think I could fit a Baker's Prime amount of scones into my bag. Thank you, chat, for that wonderful one. And like, yeah, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm like looking at my abilities. I'm like, how come none of these work for destroying scones? I kitted out Lena entirely incorrectly when this was her
How
true
could you not
calling.
foresee this entirely silly situation?
I know.
I got it. You can hide them in your stomach.
I mean, I'm dead anyway as soon as we get back to Valorant and everyone sees what happened to Ro. It's probably good that Zayke disappeared. Everything's fine. I'm gonna open my bag up and try to get as many as I can into this bag.
All right.
And if they do not all
What's
fit,
the wording? What's the wording on the bag?
Where's my bag? I don't know. Can't this be like a Skyrim thing where it's like, yeah, you have like one individual one, but then it actually is like if you were like, oh, I have 18 sweet rolls, but if you were to drop it, it would just be
do
one
they
sweet
stack?
roll.
They stack, yeah.
They stack.
Yeah, but I designed this to be a problem.
Well, congratulations. Haha. It just says this magical messenger pack with a hidden switch in the clasp. When activated, the switch turns the bag's mouth into a portal to a shadow plane where secret objects may be stored. When the switch is deactivated, the bag functions normally. And then it just says that spy items stored in the pack do not count against my inventory limit, so I can carry more than 12. So I can fit 12.
So you can fit 12 scones. That's how much
Because
Lena can carry.
That's how much.
And you know what? They're scones, so I'm gonna say you can even carry 24 because they're like half an item. Because there's fucking scones.
Because they're scones. Yeah. What if I crumble them all up?
You know what?
Does it become like a pound for pound thing?
If you want to crumble your 39 scones into your bag of holding, 39 poison scones, I'm gonna let you.
God,
I'm gonna let you.
I'm never gonna get those crumbs out though.
No, you're not.
No, I'm gonna take the 24, put them in my bag. And then I'm just gonna... Are there other like empty bags or anything, like any like bread bags or like flour sacks, anything like that?
It seems to take all the things out of the packaging to store it in this nom nook.
Can I poke my head out of the nom nook and see if there are any bags or anything around?
Sure.
I would like to do that, please.
So as you do that, I'm going to need to roll the d6 again because someone might see that.
I put the d6 away.
Stop doing that.
Yeah. It's another 3. I don't like this d6 anymore.
You're good.
I'm using my mask's d6, and that's wrong.
Eyes out. And you spy right next to the nom nook is a big ass bag of flour.
How big is big?
Big enough. That's the descriptor here.
Like it's full of flour?
Yeah, you'd have to empty the flour.
I don't like this. And I just need you to know that.
Welcome. How long does that invisibility last? 1 minute, 2 minutes, 10 minutes?
Long enough to party.
I know.
You'd think I'd know. Where is it? Megan. Know your abilities,
Next minute.
Please. Yeah, I can use more AP if I need to use more AP.
You can.
I'm
So you're fine for now because you're in the nom nook, but you are visible.
Okay. Well, that's not going to work. We're going Operation Crumble for the remaining 15 scones. We're just going to crush this shit. But we're going to crush it. And then we're going to hide the crumbs in like the corners behind things. I'm just going to do this with all the scones. And I have a robot hand, so I'm really good at crushing things. And I'm just going to I'm going to Andy Dufresne this. I'm just going to like scatter the crumbs around so it's not visible that there were 15 scones crumbled about in this room.
So, are you crumbling some of them into your bag and some of them onto the
No,
floor?
I'm gonna take 24 of them,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna crumble the remaining 15.
All right. So while you're doing that, we're gonna jump back over to Valeris. Almeida, Faris, and Dr. Falwyn Denor
Yes, that is me.
are all making their way to Chamber 37 in Crown Tower. Zayke is inexplicably missing, and no one really seems bothered by that yet. Don't know why.
We were bothered by it. We just said there was more important thing to deal with.
I'm not saying people secretly hate Zayke, but like...
I mean,
Listen,
he has been pretty mean to Faris in the past, to be fair. So, like,
gotta be honest, I think that Jake is the better brother anyway.
All right, so you get outside Chamber 37. Like most of the chambers in Crown Tower, it's a certain amount of spatial contortion, so it's bigger on the inside than it should be given the space of the tower, and it is soundproofed. You cannot see inside of it. What's your game plan going in? Because theoretically, there was a very dangerous shadow-infected diplomat having dinner with one of your council members.
yep. Faris will
More
turn
crush.
to the doctor and say, "So, are you ready to subdue her if need be?"
If need be, yes. Hopefully not.
I'm hoping she's not tipped off to anything yet, but that fucking light and everything, who knows?
All right.
Actually, I'm going to turn to Almeida, actually, and ask her,
Yeah.
Theodora, is she, trained in combat at all? Is she a magic user or anything like that? Anything we should know about? Just in case?
Some basic training that she had for protection, some courtly spells, but nothing I'm aware of.
Okay, good to know. Alright, shall we go in?
Do I look good?
You look great.
All right.
Faris will knock on the door politely and then enter.
There's no response immediately. You open it by yourself?
Yes.
All right, so you open it yourself. This is one of those rooms that's wrapped in a mural depicting some sort of event from Valerith's history as a war citadel, effectively. This one happens to include a lot of blood and actually some sort of wizardly type invoking some toxic flood, just entirely drowning a valley in filth and death. That kind of matches what's happening in the middle of the room, as Theodora is standing there with her arm just morphed into this black glistening blade, prototype style. And holding Giel against her neck, just stock still, staring at the door, waiting for you to enter. And it says, "I was expecting you a little bit quicker."
My God.
What do you do? What do you do?
What do I do?
Does this look like a boss?
What do you think, Robert? They're a single enemy.
1 second.
No, not
1
Mr.
second.
Batinga.
Listen, I'm just wondering if I could put him to sleep or not.
Just looking at Thunderous Word. 1 sec.
Ooh.
Thunderous Word would block special abilities, but probably wouldn't keep them from slitting Giel's throat.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Hey. Actually, wait. Doctor might be better for this.
Come
So-
inside and close the door.
Are they? Well. Okay. Just gonna turn to Faris real quick and be like, "Just do what she says right now."
Of course. Yep. We'll step into the room. Does Almeida come as well?
as you're stepping into the room, Almeida catches Faris's eyes and there's just like a big like, what the heck's happening? Because she was around the corner because she was kind of shy about it. Describe to me what you depict with your face.
Faris is gonna turn to Almeida. She looks serious, but she will mutter, "Let's just do as she says."
Okay. In that case, she will follow you in.
But stay behind me.
There's a bit of a gasp as she sees the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But it almost seems to help her because now it's like this is a kind of danger she can like look at and assess. Not what she was worried about before. And she closes the door with a quiet determination.
Mm-hmm. Can we just talk this out civilly with no blades to anyone's throats? Please.
You also see Almeida like put an arm kind of against her sleeve where you saw the wand come from before.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So, and then you were telling the diplomat to put down Giel.
Yeah.
Basically. I would rather negotiate from a place of strength. She sniffs.
All right. I'm gonna cast Blink
Oh shit.
and put myself between the two of them, thus pushing them apart. No, why are you rolling
So
things?
you have a choice here, Robert.
Yeah,
That's a pretty cool move. But either
I'll
she's
take
going
the
to
damage.
slit Giel's throat badly, or she's going to get you in the same spot.
Yeah,
She had Giel.
like I said, I'll take the dam or whatever it is. Yes,
Yeah.
that can have me.
So Giel gets yeeted out, and she actually kind of pushes her down to the ground as doing it and locks it in a little higher against the doctor. You can feel the metal or whatever that thing is made of pushing against your neck and starting to draw blood.
And I'm gonna just say right after and go, "Now, doesn't this feel like a place of even greater power?"
You will be missed much more than her. Giel scrambles to her feet, looks at the doctor, and she says, "What the fuck?" And then turns to Faris and goes, "You're the Vanguard, fix it!"
Trying. God. Oh, wait.
Wait.
Wait. Can I provoke her to only want to attack me with my ability provoke? And will she therefore step away from the doctor and come towards me?
Reading ability.
Make a nearby creature angry at you by saying something or making a rude gesture. Your target must be able to understand your intent. For the next minute, the target focuses its attention on you, ignoring all others. The effect ends if the target is hit by another creature or if hostilities subside. Sorry.
So that definitely works. I am gonna, because this is a little bit an odd situation, because normally you'd be like, do a thing, and they'd just like kill him. So I think this is gonna be a roll of the die.
Okay.
Are you able to do it in such a way that she doesn't just slit the doctor's throat full on?
Yeah. D20, yeah, not D6.
Yeah, it's a D20.
Ooh, 19! That's a
Ooh,
triumph!
that's a triumph.
Bow.
So you are going to do something to provoke her in such a way that she errs, makes some error that you're able to take advantage of quite severely.
Okay.
Describe this to me.
Faris steps in front of where Gial is and sort of pushes her behind her, like steps up to Theodora, and sort of just like arms open, Wouldn't you much rather fight me instead? Isn't that more of a challenge for you?
There's a moment of thought. A sniff. Look, puts her face right up to the doctor's ear and says, "This one's hardly even loved anymore. You, on the other hand," as it just lurches, launching itself with alarming speed at Faris.
Do I have any time to react and do anything?
I think we are moving into a combat situation,
Okay.
proper. But due to the circumstances, because the point of your ability is to make her attack you, I think we're gonna open it on an attack against Faris by this
Okay,
group.
that's fair.
It just feels appropriate for the circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
That's natural 20, take 8 damage.
Ooh.
Excuse.
As she just launches this blackened Icarus blade straight. Well, actually, funnily, right in the same place the sternum pierced on Ro. Just big hole, about this big, hole in your armor, comes out the
Okay.
backside, whole thing.
Fuck. Shit. Hang on, I actually need a calculator to work out how much HP I have now. Did you say 8 damage? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you had like a shield up or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I had to work it out.
Almeida pulls out the wand. Giel, not much of a fighter, like a lover, not a fighter, but she pulls out like a kukri.
Oh.
I've been watching a lot of Force and Fire. Got a lot of fancy words for knives now.
Nice. So you said that this blade like goes straight through Faris's armor.
Yeah, through the chest. You actually feel it catch your breath for a second as it pierces through your the bottom of your tracheal tube.
Okay. Yeah, Faris like breathes heavily, coughs, some blood comes out of her mouth, but then she just like shoves both her hands up against Theodora and thunderous words her, which pushes her back and also prevents her from using abilities, and she takes 2 damage.
She takes 2 damage, which does not seem to hinder her much. But she gets pushed off you. The blade removes itself from your chest, which actually makes it hurt even more for a moment.
Yeah, Faris groans with pain, and as she sees Theodora get knocked back, she goes, "Doctor, try and subdue her now."
Was the doctor hoping that she was not a boss for that part?
Yeah, I can't really do that very well.
Oh no!
It's kind of hoping you
Gotta
would.
win.
Cool, we'll just have to knock her out the old-fashioned way. And she's like coughing up blood.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right over there.
You gonna heal Faris?
I'm gonna rush over and heal Faris.
Thank you.
Just this is gonna be a little different because usually the doctor gives a hug, but doctor's just gonna put both hands over the wound and then just light pours into it and just like just stitches back together.
One of those full heal things.
Yep.
Great.
But I can't do the weak one in
Alright.
combat.
Right.
Faris will call out, "Don't kill her, just take her down." To the other two.
Jiel looks at you and goes, "I'll try." And she takes the kukri and just flings it backhand, spinning through the air, and fails horrendously.
Oh.
Dear Lord. It strikes into the mural behind, which is actually protected by magic, and it launches, pinging around the room, and it's going to hit someone random. It's going to hit Faris for 2 points of damage. Just right in the lower center back, just knife in your back.
Wow, Gial.
Good fucking job, Gial.
Friendly fire. Sorry.
rips it out, and chucks it on the floor.
Almeida pulls out her wand and is shaking slightly as she squares off against Theodora. As Theodora looks, and the face softens. Goes, Almeida, it's just me. Strike down these pretenders. We can be together, I promise. It's not a special ability, it's just words. And that's gonna be successful. So Almeida, wand quivering, turns to the doctor, spins it wide and flicks it down. And doctor, you start to encase in ice.
So it's just I have to ask: is this an
It's a spell. It's a spell.
item or
Say no? Say no.
Let's just no.
Roll the die. Because no actually is a die roll ability.
It is. Okay, so I have to check what happens.
I got it up. Just roll the 20. I got you.
Yeah. Okay. So I believe a natural 1 doubles the effects of the spell.
Oh. So instead of just slowing you down, you actually fully encase in ice. Just like, you know, ever watch like Pokemon Stadium and a Pokemon gets frozen and it's just the entire ice block?
No.
And she points the wand at Faris. And then there's a moment of like doubt in her face.
If you help me, we can end this right now.
But first,
Please.
it's Theodora's turn. This is good shit. You know, actually, I think we're gonna use this opportunity to cut to the other story.
Oh God!
Because I'm horrible like that.
Or think about this, Nat. Maybe we go on break.
Actually, it's break time. It's break time. That's even better.
Oh.
Well,
Why?
that all
Nat.
happens.
Who hurt you?
Who hurt you, Nat?
Who hurt you?
Nat, who hurt you?
Oh God!
Going about as well as I think we all expected on all accounts.
Yeah, actually, all things considered.
Rose got a nice
Putting
new
back in
necklace.
10.
The doctor and Faris are making friends.
Be back in 10 minutes, guys.
See you soon, I guess.
And we have returned. Oh.
Oh, we're doing that.
Oh.
It happened already.
It's the new uwu.
Oh.
Never.
It's the
not
next one.
new, It's the same. It's the
It never left,
complimentary.
baby.
All right, I need to GM the next campaign just so I can punish Nat for every time he does that.
Very important. But yes, yeah, where were we?
So we are in Crown Tower in Chamber 37, I think it said, which is soundproof, with Almeida
Wonderful.
and the Doctor, Falwyn, and Faris, and Giel, and Diplomat Theodora, who has been shadowed and is being a problem. And she just convinced Almeida to attack the Doctor instead of herself because of love. And that froze the Doctor solid because magic was mean.
Magic is bad.
I think it is important
but,
for our viewers. Nat,
oh.
what is Ambassador Theodore's last name?
Was this Heinrich's daughter?
Ah, okay, yes. Heinrichsdottir.
Somebody call Heinrich and then tell him to get his daughter in line.
Quick, Robert, invent a Heinrich's daughter line.
What do you mean?
A lineage.
Do it.
Oh yeah, okay. So Theodora's father was.
No. Do it quietly
Oh.
because we actually need to cut away from this cliffhanger to the other end of the world. It has been a bit since we said hi to Ro, but we're actually going to jump back with Lena because as you are crumbling scones, the door begins to open.
Shadow.
All right. So you have crumbled all but like through the scones, and you shoveled like half the scones into your bag. So there's like 15 scones on the rack still.
Fuck me running. Yep. Sure. Great. Awesome.
This individual, she looks like she's being kind of in a rush, coming in to grab something. At first, she doesn't even notice anything happening. She just freezes in place, and then she's picking up a loaf, and then she starts to walk to the back towards the scones to maybe grab one, and then she stops, just dead in her tracks.
Can I make her go to sleep?
Yeah, she just freezes for like a solid 15 seconds. You want to stab her? That is your prerogative.
Lightly stab. I want to lightly stab
like Jake
her.
did to you.
Yeah.
Did to Faris.
Yeah, I'm like, I know he stabbed. I got cleavered. You don't do that lightly.
It was very lightly.
So that was a 15.
All right, you deal 2 damage to her, and then you poison.
Yep. So it's just 1 AP. So that's fine. That thing that I did. She'll wake up in an hour. Probably only in a little bit of trouble.
She collapses to the ground,
Yep.
asleep,
This is fine. Yeah.
just surrounded by crumbled poison scone.
Well, I mean, hopefully she doesn't roll over and start eating scone crumbles when she wakes up. But this is the chance we're gonna have to take.
It does crosses your mind faintly that someone walking in with her on the ground might think that maybe she ate the scones and they did that to her.
Well, that's perfect, actually. Because they'll be like, let's not eat these scones. Oh, but we don't want people to know that the scones came. Oh my god. Alright, I'm just gonna...
The whole reason you're there!
Literally! The whole reason we sent you!
Don't find the poison scones.
Well, I didn't realize they were gonna take them out of the package.
I know. That was why it was funny.
I know it's there to preserve freshness.
What part of Lena's not a plan person do none of you understand? Where is Zayke? They make the plans. Lena executes.
We don't know where Zayke is!
We don't know!
Well, we know they got eaten by a building.
Yeah, apparently. Hungry building.
The building took him.
Yeah, but you got eaten by a building. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Is this
A house ate
here
him.
we go. Brainstorm. Stroke of genius. Is this individual wearing like an apron or anything?
Yes.
I'm
she
going
is
to-
wearing an apron. You do
Yep.
look and notice that underneath the apron, she's wearing quite simple but very high quality armor.
That's weird.
This
Going to
isn't
take
just
the
like
apron.
someone who's just a kid works in the kitchen. That's the whole deal.
Right. Cool. We'll circle back to that. I want to try to scrape some of the crumbles because I only crumbled 3, so I'm going to scrape some of the crumbles like over to the side. I'm going to use this apron to make a bindle in which I will put the rest of the scones and tie them up into a sack. Yeah, this is I know what you're thinking. This is brilliant. And it is. So
I'm sorry to say you did mishear me. So I said you crumbled all but 3 of the scones.
oh, all but 3? I thought that somebody said there were still 15 scones left.
Oh, because you only had. I also said you only had half of the scones shoved into your bag as well.
Oh. Well. Still gonna bindle the remaining scones because that was a good idea.
Sure. It was a good idea. All right, so you have
I'm sad.
bindled a pile of scones, and you have some room in your bag still for more scones.
Yeah.
And there
Somebody's
was
gonna get it.
crumblies of what? crumblies of like 12 scones on the ground around an unconscious, seemingly important person.
Well, I want to try to like move the crumbles. Like just like kick them into a corner.
All right. So you hide the crumbles within the larder. While you're doing that, you hear someone be like, say, Foster, you get lost in there?
I will say nothing. Because I'm going to fuck it up if I try to pretend to be this person. And I would like to just leave the room.
All right.
Or
So
try
you're
to.
currently invisible for a little bit longer. Right?
Yes, yeah. If I need to re-up, I'll spend the AP and re-up it before I leave. Just to be safe.
On your way out, you come out, and there is someone very clearly looking at the door as it opens for as you open it. Seemingly nothing opens this door. And this individual, they say, Foster Morn, where are you?
1 minute.
Just say from the ether in the air.
I don't make good decisions. Well, oh no, I thought I wasn't out yet. Am I out of the room? If I'm still in the room, I'm just gonna be like, 1 minute.
Well, you're still in the room, but you're like,
Yeah.
the door opened, so you were at the door.
This is how close are they to the door? Are there other people bustling about like in view?
Yeah,
of
it's busy.
this? All right, I'm gonna back into the Nom Nook,
Okay.
hoping that maybe I can draw them in and then make them go to sleep, and then I can leave. I'm like, this is some Dishonored shit. I'm just putting.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm so bad at stealth games. Like, I played maybe 6 minutes of Dishonored before I was like, this is not the game for me. Goodbye. You're on your
you
own,
play-
Dunwall.
Tons of stealth games where you just end up being like slowly drawing them to you one at a time, and it was just a stack of bodies in some closet.
Yep.
Or a bush.
This is now the body closet.
Just those freaking Skyrim guards. Could have
Yep.
sworn I heard something.
Could have sworn I heard some arrows sticking out of their head.
Yeah.
Must have been nothing.
Right.
It's just a bunch of
So-
bodies in front of them.
I will say, if they approach the room, they'll probably be able to see the unconscious woman lying on the ground.
How close?
Well, I mean, that could be just the distraction you need to make your getaway.
Yeah, like, is there a position that I can, like, put myself in that this person can walk into the Nom Nook and I can get out past them?
Yeah.
Like, can I, like, stand, like, close to the door, invisible, and
Yeah.
let them walk in, and then I just...
So if you, like, push yourself against one side, you know, Lena's
Mhm.
not exactly a
Lena's-
large person.
Yeah, she's slight in all ways.
All right, so you push yourself against the side, wait for them to gasp, seeing an unconscious friend, and have them walk on in. Is that basically the plan?
Yeah.
All right, roll a d6 for me.
Oh, God. That's a 2.
All right, so as they're walking by, they just kind of swing their arm in a way that's a little unexpected, and they just straight up, like, poke you in the belly. Just, and then they turn to look at where you are pushed against the side. You're invisible.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start to just reach out at approximately, like, head height for you?
Like my head height?
Your head
Whereas-
height. Yeah, I'm giving it all in Lena numbers. I'm converting to Lena's.
Lenology.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm gonna try to just duck and move. No, like they'll probably know that something was there, but I can at least get out of the way because I'm small and fast.
Right. As you just get out, there is a pause, and then they just yell, "It's an intruder!" Just full tilt. All the cooking stops. And as that's happening, we're gonna jump back to Sam, who's been waiting very patiently.
Oh, I'm having a grand old time. Don't you worry about me.
Yeah, sure you are.
Who-
At least
Who
somebody
is a mouse near a man with a sword and a lantern, and he's looking around calling out for Driscoll, looking around, and then you hear "intruder" shout out from the direction Lena went in, and he draws his longsword,
Oh, no, that's not good.
and
Yes.
then you hear another person shout, "I think they're going that way." You can't tell which way they're referring to, but you hear it.
But I imagine I heard the intruders from the direction Lena was going.
Yeah.
Alright, I've got a couple of terrible ideas, but I'm gonna go for the one that I think is funniest.
going to
Now
climb in
After my
someone's
own heart.
hat and teach them how to cook.
I mean, not quite, but Ro wants to slow down this very impressive looking man with a scary longsword, so little Mouse Ro's just gonna zip on over and start crawling up his pant leg and try to bite him on the leg as like a distraction.
All right.
Mouse form,
So-
I still do 3 hit points of damage if I hit though.
Are you trying to do the full damage, or just trying to annoy him?
I was trying to annoy him.
Okay, because you don't have to deal 3 damage with your mouse bite if you don't want to.
Oh no, but I mean I will, because I also feel like this dude's gonna be able to brush off my 3 hit points of mouse bite pretty
Alright.
okay.
So, as you're scampering up his boot, you see him. He's kind of looking that direction, and he pushes himself again. It's into an alleyway, as if he's gonna lie in wait for the intruder to come this way.
I definitely don't like that. I can at least slow him down.
All right, give me the die roll.
17.
How much?
17?
All right, he gets bit.
I'm gonna just try to hold on.
So he gets bit, and he yelps respectably.
I mean, it's a hell of a bite.
Yeah. And then he just takes his gauntleted hand and just starts smacking. And Lena, you, still invisible, mind you, come this way as you see this person kind of dancing and smacking their own hip really aggressively. He does make 3 attacks at Mouse Row.
That's reasonable.
Oh god.
Which is going to be a triumph, a hit, and a miss.
Okay.
I
So
cannot get into
he's
any more
going
trouble.
But it's just unarmed smacking, so you take 6.
6.
Also,
okay.
Mouse Row
Yeah.
is just a tank, so
Yeah, I was
like.
gonna say Mouse Rose still has 10 full hit points in mouse form before
Yeah.
I convert. So.
Nat, please kill Ro with this character.
Rob will bury all of us.
See, Robert's sitting here like, because he knows who this is.
I mean, I can tell just from Robert's reactions, which is why I'm glad that I'm just hanging out in his pants now.
Yeah. So you see this person
Are we
as
doing
you come around the
phrasing?
corner. You don't see Ro. And you're invisible, and he's distracted, so he does not seem to have noticed you coming this way. Although he might have if he had been lying in wait, waiting for you. Just pointing out that Sam was helpful.
I helped! Do you hear in
Sam's
your
always
head?
helpful.
Because she's also close enough now to hear Ro, who I like to think is actually just leaving a running dialogue just in case he's just like a running telepathy, like.
Excellent.
Stream of consciousness, and we just like dip in and out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lena, what do you do?
Oh god. Throw up a little in my mouth. Then you just choke it back down, because that's what you gotta do.
Megan, are you okay? And more
Yeah,
importantly, are your teeth okay?
Yep, yeah, I'm totally fine. Everything's fine. So this person, So where are they? Like, have people noticed what this person is doing? Like, are they causing
Nah.
a scene? Are they separated?
You have left where the people were. You
Yep,
do not want to
I'm
be where the people
not
are.
I am not
This person
Ariel.
was lying in wait for you to come past this way, assuming that you would be less on your guard as you ran away from the people and started escaping. Ro foiled that plan?
Can I make them go to sleep?
You can try, yeah.
I would love to try. I would love that very much.
Give me an attack alone.
But unfortunately, that was a 2. So I'm not going to do anything of value.
All right.
Instead, I
So
guess I'll die.
he's gonna counterattack you.
Yeah, that tracks.
His sword erupts in radiant flames.
Love it. You love to see it. You love to see it. How's that triumph looking, Nat?
That sounds good. That means you missed, right?
No,
That means
nope.
you get smited. You
Fun
take
reminder,
16
okay?
total damage.
Oh shit!
Okay.
So
Totally
as
fine.
this sword just reflexively stabs into Lena, and there's a moment as the invisibility flickers off, and you explode in smiting light. So we did learn this last week that being at 0 doesn't mean you can't take actions. However, I forgot to explain this beforehand. I was gonna run it where it's like a narrative positioning thing, where more things will acquire roles and you're in a worse spot. Does that make sense? So you're on fire in a radiant kind of sense.
Oh, I'm sure I look
And-
wonderful.
You look great. And there's just the explosion of light, and also like you see people be like, they must be over there, from down the corridor.
Who would have thunk?
And Ro, what do you want to do?
I don't know. I feel like I can probably recognize the sound of a smite happening, and since Faris isn't here, I know it's not from our side.
It's bright enough that you can see it through the pants.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, Lena, like in telekinetic voice. I'm like, okay. I'm gonna let go and scamper over in mouse form towards where Lena is. And I believe we did establish that I'm able to cast in any animal form and not just my bonded one. I think we had talked about that.
Yes.
I believe we got confirmation. So as I go, this little red mouse is gonna just sort of start whipping my mouse tail, and fog is gonna come billowing up from me as I cast Cloud Call.
Nice.
So it's kind of a short-term like dealio, and it may not actually help too much, but it should make it harder at least. I blanket everything in a nearby fog. It affects view beyond reach, so anybody coming to help this person won't be able to see into the fog or make ranged attacks or anything at us.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and it disperses after I leave the area, so I've got a quick plan.
Are you gonna climb on Lena as Mouse Row? Just so if Lena books it, you book it too?
Ooh, but Lena, I can tell, is like down and won't be able to probably move unless she's healed, so I think I'm gonna want to pop out of form.
She can move, but like running fast will require a roll. That's the situation we're in.
Okay. Then I think I'm gonna stay on Lena in mouse form since I can still cast, so I can help a little bit that way. And you'll just sort of feel like a little mouse nose like nuzzling you as I scuttle up onto your shoulder, and I'm just like, okay, if we can go, I can keep the fogs up. And I can fix you up. We just have to get somewhere quiet so I can fix you.
Okay, cool.
This man with the flaming sword puts the sword up towards Lena's neck. Says, false magic. Surrender and you may live.
I don't have any magic.
He just gestures at the fog that appeared.
There's now an angry mouse chittering at this guy who can't hear anything, but I think Lena hears a bunch of words that Ro must have picked up from the hangs or something.
Yeah, it's like...
I'm gonna give it to you straight, Megan. If you don't say something to convince him, he's going to stab you 3 times.
I know.
Every time you take damage, you have to roll the die, and if you roll less than the damage you took, you are dead.
Fuck, and I can't run away, or it can run away. But
Well, the real problem is it's his turn.
yeah. Then I'm just going to just like do one of these.
Got hands up.
Like okay.
All right. Says, disperse this fog, witch.
Yup.
Oh, do you want me to do that in your head?
It's gonna be like, I'd rather not get stabbed, so.
And then he looks at he spies the mouse at this point as familiars, and he's just
Angry
straight as
squeaking.
the sword to swipe at Ro.
Listen, Lena has a lot of things, but she is not a magician.
That's why it's so funny.
Yeah, well, you kind of look like it right now. So he's gonna swipe at Ro.
Yeah, that's fine. I've still got mouse hit points.
Yeah. Which will be success for 3 damage.
I'm still a mouse.
Jesus.
I have 1 more mouse hit point left.
This is the strongest mouse I've ever met.
Mouse squeaking intensifies angrily.
Unprecedented.
I think he will do 1 less damage to knock you off of Lena, just to get it away.
Sure.
And then he'll call it good for there.
Oh, this guy.
Then he points it back at Lena, and it's like, let's just take this nice and calmly. You've invaded the wrong castle on the wrong time, and you're going to be lucky to get out of this with your life.
All of that sounds accurate. would you believe that I was just trying to help?
Father needs to hear of this. Come with me. Up
Okay,
the stairs.
Malfoy.
Yes!
Right. So, no, notably, he's turned it in. So if you wanted to take an action to like make a break for it or something, now is your chance. Or
Where's
you can let
Ro?
him guide you to the father.
Oh, fuck. Like, I'm so torn because I should run away, but also I'm so curious.
It's okay. Like, just know if you meet back with your party, Robert can explain it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for Ro on the
And he
ground.
squeaks.
Ro is clearly visible. Did Ro enter the fog or not?
I think I would have if I thought it would keep Lena safe.
I mean, he didn't attack Lena.
It's probably
Alright,
'cause she's
so you can
pretty.
see Ro just on the ground. There's two little look like blood spots on the chest of the mouse, but are
dare you.
actually the bloodstone.
Yeah, so I think
God, the song.
looking at Ro and like he turned his back, I'm going to
Oh, he
activate-
gestured for you to lead. He did not turn his back on you.
fuck me. How far did he pull his sword away from me, or is the
He
sword?
did gesture with the sword. So like he's not okay. Let me put in like the D&D mechanical terms you might get. He's not readying in action, but he will be angry if you run away.
I'm gonna like look at Ro and kind of like motion for them to like get with me. Just like a like come on.
I'll
And-
start skittering over.
And once Ro is with me, I'm going to activate Shadow again and run in the opposite direction.
Back to the sewer grate to leave.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Could you please? Because you are
Yep.
heavily wounded. Can
Oh,
you
yeah,
please roll
I'm
die?
at-
See how that goes.
I meant if we were to
0?
put like a negative number at it, I would be at -8.
Oh.
Oh, I see. I only gave you the smite damage. His stab also dealt 6, so you actually.
So -14 then. Lena's doing great.
The new 2 HP is negative 14 HP.
Yeah, 2 HP. 2 HP is for winners.
Lena at 2 HP, senses are tingling. But
God,
it's
somewhere
worse.
in Valerith, Zake's like, what the fuck is going on right
Or
now?
wherever they
The
are.
funny thing is, I know exactly where Zayke is. He's
That's-
gonna love this.
We know you do, Nat. We know you do.
Yeah.
It's
Nat.
the caveman SpongeBob meme. All right, I'm gonna roll to run. I rolled an 18 to run.
Right. So you run by, you scoop up Ro as you go, and you just book it around the corner, invisible. He's. No, I think you just succeed. Yeah, I think with that, you you hear him rush after you, but you're invisible. Ro is a mouse and could become other things if needed. I think you can evade him.
Sweet.
If you stay within the fortress, they're going to be searching for you. So, like, you probably want to leave the fortress.
Yep. Yeah, we're not sticking around.
Mission accomplished, Scone-wise.
I mean, yeah, that's with, just kind of complications. It's fine.
Yeah, Ro probably would check as we're running, like, did you get all of the scones, or do we need to find a way back?
Nope, we're not going back.
Okay, good. I think that's a good idea.
It's just like running, just burned up, bleeding. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
I can
Lena's
help
not.
us run faster.
You done need. You get out through the grate, and as you come out onto the icy slope again, steam rising from fresh sewage, you look left, and in the sky you see Valerith approaching.
Oh, hey, we're home.
Ro, can you get us back?
Yeah, give me 1 sec. Pop! And I'll poof, like, back, probably still on your shoulder, like, not thinking, and I, like, fall off for a second. I'm like, oh, sorry.
You're you're a little winded, but you're good for it.
Okay, man, we didn't really sleep last night after all that other stuff we did, too, so I'm pretty tired. But I can get us there, and then I think I need a nap. And I'll
Okay, yeah,
back.
well, yeah, Faris and the doctor and Zayke took care of everything else, so we can just go back and take a nap.
Okay, yeah, that'd be good. Alright, let's go! And I, like, take a deep breath and poof back into a big red albatross.
Yeah, Doctor, you're in ice. Check
yes.
me with my negative 14 hit points, baby.
All right. As Lena swings on and the albatross takes off, that's we're gonna cut back to just on the doctor's face, frozen in a block of ice. As we pan
Lordy.
outward and we see Almeida and GL and Faris and diplomat Theodora Heinrich's daughter with a blade arm.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Theodora's turn.
Cool. Wait, was it? Did GL get to go?
It was. GL stabbed you in the back with a cuckoo, remember? On accident.
Now remember, JL?
Oh, wait,
You're
round
gonna
to the
fucking
next turn. I thought we'd done another round,
Yeah.
sorry.
Provoke is still up, so she has to go after Faris.
Mm-hmm.
and nobody has hit
Love
them
that.
other than
And this is
Ferris.
the turn that she can't use special abilities. So
Mhm.
she's going to just do the stab.
Stabby stab.
Ugh.
Oh
No.
my
Change your
god!
dice.
Change your dice, you mean person.
Seriously.
Why are you mad at us?
What did we ever do to you and your
Yeah.
plans?
I can
All
do
we've
that
done
too,
is
Nat.
love you.
I can do that too.
So she stabs Faris for 8 more damage.
Jeez.
Cool, so Faris is at 0.
Yeah. We're familiar
But that
with what
doesn't
means.
mean that she's like down yet. Okay.
Another. Faris doesn't use a shield, right? No. Another hole in the chest plate.
Mm-hmm. It's cool, it's gonna get new armor soon anyway.
There's blood kind of seeping out underneath the chainmail now.
Mm-hmm.
It's very aesthetic, I'm sure. It really adds to the sun motif.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And now we're back to you.
Okay, one sec. Okay, so it says that provoke works for the next minute. I don't know if I can drop it or anything, but that's just like what the rules say. However, Faris is going to move away from her and towards both Almeida and the doctor, and she's looking incredibly worse for wear, blood like pouring out of her mouth, and the many wounds in her breastplate. She walks over towards the doctor and puts a hand on the ice, and before she casts the spell, turns to Almeida and says, "Listen to me. If you really care about her, then you want that thing out of her. I am the only person who can do that. So help us so that we can save her and a lot of other people." And as she's doing that, her hand starts to glow with this warm light, and I'm going to cast Ablation on the doctor to melt the ice, because I did that with Lena before.
Yeah. Now with Lena, to melt Lena, which was admittedly a little bit of a different situation, you spent HP to do that, quite a bit of HP. So what could you roll the die to see how that goes?
Okay. 16.
All right. You pour out. You have to. You use all the full AP amount, and your light pours out, and the doctor. The ice recedes. First the hand, and then the face, and then the shoulders start to merge, and eventually get down to the legs.
And Faris sort of staggers forward into the doctor as the ice melts and catches herself on his shoulder. Just like, if you can stop her now.
There is the Faris's blood mixing with the water from the melted ice under your feet. Doctor, you are up next.
All right. I will gently let Faris down to the ground to relax, chill, you know. It's nice ice water.
Relax, not cool.
Yeah. And I will walk up to Theodora. And I will put my hand forward to touch her. And as light begins to pour from my hand, I say, by the Dawnfather's light, be released from your fear. And I will cast Relieve.
Please roll the die. Don't fuck up, Robert.
I've done that once already.
No. Is that a good face? Is that a good face or a bad face? Good face.
That is a 20.
All right. You relieve her from fear, which is the thing that has overtaken her body, is an entity constructed of fear.
Oh my god.
You see her eyes shift first, and then her arms reverts back into a hand, and then her shoulders slump as she, not afraid, but aghast at what it lies in front of her. And Almeida just drops her wand, runs forward and kisses her.
Ooh. Bam, 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 bam.
Almeida, we need to cast that spell quickly now.
Right.
I- So I
What
know
do you need to do?
you're already feeling some intense feelings about her. I need you to think deeply about how much you care about her, how much you want the real her back, okay? Staggers to her feet, bleeding.
Just so you know, Robert, if Faris gets healed before this, it will make it easier.
Oh, I can do that? Okay, I'll just walk over and be like, yo.
Oh, you're out of rounds. You're out of rounds, so to speak.
So, before, the doctor's just gonna go, let me just help you, Faris.
I'm fine, I'm fine.
No. And give you a heal. As this time it's a hug.
Oh.
A hug where they kind of lean into you a bit as they hug you, kind of like a, yes, you're the one who's worn and ragged, but this,
I'm tired.
yeah.
We're all tired.
While
Thank
that's
you.
happening, Theodora looks to Almeida and goes, "What's happening? What happened to me?"
Does Almeida speak or?
Almeida, I try not to tennis match, so I was hoping one of you would
Yeah.
stylistically interrupt me.
Faris could, yeah. We need to work quickly. I can help you.
You have been taken over by a darkness. He will
I can
heal
get
you
it out.
from it.
Solve it. You're going to get it out? Her voice rises a little bit, looking at your Solari armor. Like, really? You?
Yes, trust me, please. I've done this 3 times already.
Oh, 3 whole operations. Lovely. So much confidence. And Almeida
2
just
times, nobody got
smacks
hurt.
her on the shoulder, like, stop it.
I
Almeida,
will be
take her
here to
hand.
make sure it goes through.
Thank you. Almeida, take her hand. Focus on how much you want her back. Normally. And Faris walks over and places a hand towards Theodora's chest and casts Last Light. The light from her hand begins to glow, and then it seeps up the tattoos up her arm, into her eyes, and the tattoos on her face and all over her body.
As this beam of light just is about to launch out of your arm into her. She just looks at it and goes, that really doesn't look safe. As it strikes into Theodora's chest. GL, as it strikes into Theodora's chest, this whole thing, the energy, the roiling beam of light, you see the light appear where Almeida is holding her hand. Because of the circumstances you set up, you don't even have to roll. It works.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay. Whew.
There's a moment of quiet breathing, and GL quietly slides the knife across the ground and puts it back in her. She was very helpful.
The most helpful.
Thanks to GL, I dropped to
Jesus.
0 hit points.
She says, I'll go find.
Can you
And
find
then
Alika, please?
The moment where she collects herself after, like, she drops what she's going to say and looks. Faris says, I'm sorry. I owe you an apology.
It's okay. Can
And
you
I'll
find Alika,
finish
please?
it later. Yes.
And as the spell ends, like the light drains from the tattoos, her eyes, her hair, and Faris just collapses onto the floor on her knees. And then looks up to make sure it's worked.
Oh yeah, Theodora's fine. As per normal, she has lost consciousness.
Okay.
I'm assuming the doctor would inform Almeida when she looks over in distress that that's normal.
So she's dead. I'm sorry. It has failed. The doctor would never
piece
say
of
that.
shit!
The doctor would never say that. It's fine. This is what happens. It will come to shortly.
All right. You help me get her to her resting room.
Yeah. And the doctor will help. Trying to make sure.
I'm sure you do everything just so with excellent bedside manner and stately actions, but we're gonna jump forward in time a little bit. Lena and Ro get home, learn through
of them
some
before.
means that the party is currently at Crown Tower and head that way.
Cool.
Doctor and Faris have found a place to rest.
Me and my negative 14 hit points. We'll just make
Yeah,
our way there.
So
I'm
Lena
sure Ro
and-
would have healed you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
if
meant, I should say.
possible.
Because heal's an actual
You know,
spell.
you could take advantage of the regroup mechanic like ever
That
and save
too.
your AP.
It's like 15 minutes and then
Yeah, I have
5
full
health.
HP now.
Yeah, how long did it take to fly to Valera? Did it take 15 minutes? Can I
So-
regroup in that time so I don't use
Lena
Ro's
can
AP?
regroup. Ro can't because Ro's flying.
I'm
Alright,
fine
yeah.
because I
That would
didn't
put you
take
at
row
5.
damage.
All right, so that's fine.
Right.
Yeah,
Rat's so
Lena
cool.
still looks like a burnt, bloody mess.
Doctor, you get to spend some time relaxing, relatively speaking, in Theodora's quarters, the diplomat space. Just because that's like you need to look after the person who may have died.
That is valid. Also, thank you for the subscription.
Thank you.
Thank you for the sub.
As Lena and Ro make their way into Crown Tower, not looking great, particularly Lena.
Burnt chicken nugget.
There's a
Accessory,
number
though.
of people around. Alika is there, and she'll actually say, the doctor is up in Theodora's quarters, and I'll go get Faris.
Right.
Some things happened. Oh. Ask the doctor about Zayke. He'll say it better.
Still not good.
Excuse me? Like Lena, I assuming
Uh,
Alika like is walking away. Like she'll call
Yeah.
after, be
Oh.
like,
Corollary question, Ro, does your clothing obscure the bloodstone in your sternum?
I say Lena probably would have been like, Ro, can you cover that up?
I mean,
That'd be
like,
fair.
pretty much
Like-
cover it. It's like a wrap tunic is what I picture. So maybe
Yeah,
like
sure.
the higher like little bloodstone pieces
Yeah.
visible or something.
Oh. Yeah, and then the part in your sternum just looks like a necklace until you like turn sideways and it doesn't drop.
Yeah, like Lena's probably like, all right, so I'm just keep that covered as best you can. I'm gonna talk to the doctor
Why?
first, and then so just trust me, okay?
Okay. I guess they're gonna be really mad at me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make it so that they're not mad at you. Just let me talk to them first, and nobody is going to be mad at
Okay.
you.
And they like really conspicuously wrap themselves up in their cloak. Like, yep, I'm totally fine. Nothing to see.
Yeah, Lena will like just bend down a little, because Ro's not that much shorter than she is, and just kind of like one of these, like hand on the back of the head, like hold Ro's head, like everything's gonna be okay.
Okay.
Thanks for getting me out of there alive.
Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't help more.
No, you're perfect. So
Maybe I need like a cool spear like Faris has so I can help better.
well, we'll talk about that, because I could probably make you one. Maybe one that like collapses down and then can like extend out so it's easier to get. No, don't tell anybody I said that.
Okay.
Everyone will yell at me.
No.
But no, all right. So just let me talk to the doctor about your necklace, and
Okay.
and then we'll come get you. But nobody's gonna yell at you. I promise.
Okay.
Alright. Faris,
Yep.
found a place to rest. Where was that? Where's Leka getting you from?
I think Faris went to rest in Alika's office.
Oh.
You don't say.
Just in-
Really?
So notably,
One of the
Alika
chairs
has
to the
two
side of the
chambers.
room.
Notably,
sorry.
Alika has
Whoa.
two chambers in Crown Tower. One that is her personal chambers, for sleeping and shit, and one where she does her work.
hmm
Is that the one you're referring to?
I think so, yeah, because that's the one Faris has mainly met her in. It's the one she's more
That's true.
familiar
Only
with.
Ro has actually been to the
Canal.
the personal chambers.
And Alika would find Faris in one of the, I imagine there's sort of like chairs at the side of the room maybe, and she's just kind of like slumped back in one, still wearing the like blood-stained armor with these massive burned holes in it, just like leaning with her head against the wall.
The door opens very quietly as Leka peers in. As Faris is breathing softly. Maybe asleep, kind of hard to tell.
Yeah, I think she might have finally nodded off a little bit.
Yeah.
She is very tired. She has done a lot in the last 24 hours. And nearly died several times.
She closes the door softly behind and just stands there for 20 seconds, just looking at Faris.
You blame her?
Breath and walks over and just puts an arm on Faris's shoulder and very gently, just a little.
Oh. Hey. Something
Faris.
wrong?
Lena and Ro are back. I figured you'd want to talk with them.
Yeah.
I sent Lena to talk to the doctor about Zayke.
Oh god. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
She gets to her feet, kind of puts her hand down on the armrest of the chair and pushes herself up.
Megan.
Did you find anything out about the red light and everything? Do we know anything?
You managed to track where Zayke is.
Oh.
We've been there before. Do you remember the chamber with the iron eye?
Oh, God.
Use some magic, and that's approximately where he's at.
Okay. Well, at least we're familiar with the area, so we're not going in blind.
Yeah.
Maybe. She glances awkwardly to Alika again.
She glances to the door, but only very briefly.
Look. This might be the worst time to talk about this, but given how things generally go for us, I don't think there's ever going to be a good time, and I nearly died today, so fuck it. She sort of reaches out and takes Alika's hand and then immediately drops it awkwardly, brings the hand up to just rub her face.
She reaches out and takes your hand. Softly but firmly.
She kind of squeezes her hand a little bit, gently.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about our conversation yesterday and where we left things, and I honestly feared that you might never trust or want to speak to me ever again after I told you how I ended up in that cell you found me in, which I would understand, but clearly that isn't the case. So if somehow all of that hasn't changed the way you feel about me, I just wanted to say that if anything did happen between us, I know that you would never allow it to interfere with helping the people in this city, because you put other people first. You're so selfless and caring and brave, and that's why you're in this job now, and that's why I feel the way I do about you. And I try to keeping other people safe before my own needs, sometimes to my own detriment, hence why I'm even in Valerith in the first place, and hence why I'm currently covered in blood right now. So anything else aside, that's why you chose me for this job, right? And somehow everything I told you didn't make you fire me on the spot, try as I might. So that being said, why can't we just be selfish about this one thing that we clearly both want? And would it really be so bad about... What would really be so bad about that if it made us both happy?
He squeezes your hand. I want nothing more.
Really?
But, really, Faris, there's nothing that you could say that would change how I feel about you.
Is there a caveat to that? Is there a but we can't still?
No. I'm done with the buts and the howevers and the exceptions and the problems. No.
Faris puts her other arm around Alika's waist and pulls her in and kisses her.
See, it's the problem whenever these things come up. I never know how much to describe, so I always err to less. But it's good. It's enjoyable. And you're interrupted by a polite knocking on the door.
Faris blinks and steps away from Alika. Damn it.
Well, we're not going to have any more time than normal. Life's still busy.
Yeah.
And then you hear Gavin's voice being like, Lika, you in there? We need, we have an update. We got a message from Suurevayne, and it's not good.
I guess we should go deal with this then.
She grabs your hand one last time, squeezes it just gently, and says, "Yeah, but we'll solve this like we do everything else. Slightly badly, but eventually it'll work out." And we're gonna jump to our other group, because we still got 15 more minutes of sadness.
Wait, why would you give us sadness when we've
No, it's
just
okay.
got happiness? Why
Balance
would you
the
do this to
palate,
us,
balance the
Nathaniel?
palate.
Lena's ship sense is tingling. It's like somebody is kissed.
Someone
We're gonna
smooched.
come in on Ro and Lena actually meeting the doctor just outside Theodora's room, because she just woke up and they asked for a little bit of privacy.
So,
Oh,
Doctor, is
you're
there
back.
just somewhere I can talk to you privately for a moment?
I don't know this place very well, but I did see like a corridor down this way. You wanted to?
Yeah, Ro, do you mind waiting here for a second?
No. Still, like, with their cloak wrapped around them really tightly, totally inconspicuously.
Yeah,
Bro, why
Ro's
are
doing
you?
a great job being not. It's cold outside.
Yeah, it's all snowy.
Not wrong.
I love
it'll-
snow.
Yeah, Ro doesn't lie, so.
Yeah, it'll just be a sec, Doctor.
Right. I have something to tell you too. So
Yeah, well, mine's probably worse.
I don't know about that.
Oh, we gonna have a worse news off? Are we gonna... we gonna have a bad news off? Is this what's happening right now? But yeah, once we get like around like a corner, Lena's just like, the doctor probably, like, she just like kind of deflates a bit, like she was doing like putting on a brave face type of thing. Like, she looks like hell, like she's been burned, like she's been set on fire, but like she was like kind of holding herself like the way Lena does. Lena's looks confident most of the time, but she just kind of like deflates a bit, and she's like, I left them alone for a minute. And when I came back, they had put on that necklace that they got.
Oh. That's not that big of a deal.
I don't understand magic and how these things work, but
What happened?
I'm not entirely sure, but when I came back, it was attached to them. And I tried to take it out, and I couldn't take it out. And it's just stuck in there, and there are these two stones by their heart that are glowing, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't have left them alone, and I don't know what it is or what to do about it, but I'm sorry. You trusted me to keep them safe, and I didn't.
It's okay. We'll figure this out. Like we always do. It'll be okay.
I told them that nobody would yell at them. So just they're really scared. And I'm really scared. But I can't be for them.
I understand. They're curious. That's not your fault. We'll figure it out. If they seem all right for now.
Yeah, they were in a lot of pain, and then they just weren't.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at them. But there are more important things right now.
No, what could be more important than Ro being okay?
So, a little while ago, the tower began to alarm, and a strange red light encompassed everything, and Zayke went missing. Alika said he was taken by the tower. We heard a voice say, "The inheritance has been Oh no. How long ago did Ro put this thing on?"
A length of time I will explain now because I lived it and know exactly how long ago it was.
Nice. No. We have an ooh.
Yeah.
No, you're able to do a little bit of math and figure out that it matches up pretty
I mean,
damn
yeah.
well, as
Oh
far as you can tell.
no.
Lena lived it, baby. She knows how long ago it was.
I think
I don't know about Lena, but Nat loses track of time often.
fine. I think that when Ro puts the necklace on, that is when this happened in the tower.
What would that have to do with Zayke?
This was given to them by Rolst. Rolst spoke about things like this, and then the words, the inheritance has been accepted,
No.
and then Zayke disappears. The tower
But
taking
what-
him.
What does that have to do with him?
I don't necessarily know, but if it happened at the same time, I think it might all be connected.
What do you mean the tower took them?
I don't know. We need to talk to Alika. We felt that we didn't know a lot, and we had to deal with Theodora before looking more into it.
No, yeah. That he would have said to do that too. I mean, it's not like we're not used to him just popping in and out of places, right? Like, he always comes back.
Does. We will. We will. We protect our own here. we will bring him back.
After we will bring him back. Oh, you have something beforehand? Before I do
did
a thing?
Did Lena feel anything bond related? Like, I know that his heart doesn't beat right now, so she can't feel that, but like, did it feel like he was in danger?
Oh, yes. But nothing you could have done about that.
Yeah.
We will get him back. And as that happens, you notice that Faris and Alika are coming out onto the main council floor. You can see down there. And there's a pointed red light. Not like last time where it came from everywhere. Now it's coming from the very top of Crown Tower, shooting down in a beam to the floor. If you've spent any amount of time in Crown Tower, you know precisely what resides at the top of it. The beacon.
Yeah.
Which, just beneath it, is where Valerith flied from, with the Iron Eye. And as this light shoots down, Valerith stops. Like it hits a wall. Suspended in space. Unmoving. And there's one more light. As this pulsing heartbeat of red starts to emanate out of Ro up towards that beam.
Ah!
And on that is where we're going to stop for the week.
Oh! Ooh, whoops!
Oops! Ro is the BBEG confirmed. I knew it. I've been saying it since the beginning. I've been saying it since the beginning.
Yep.
Y'all thought I was joking when I said it, but it's just.
And so just like when you see my Discord messages, don't freak out.
Don't tell me not to feel my feelings, Nat.
Nunu, if you're still watching, this is what happens when you leave us alone.
No,
And this is your fault.
Yeah, because
This is Nunu's fault.
Don't trust us ever again.
I think that went really well, all things considered.
I mean, you're not wrong. You got smoothies.
Both of those situations could have gone so much worse.
This is true.
That's valid.
I got lit on fire.
Hey.
The enemy's got a lot of lucky crits.
And you didn't get sent to prison in Suurevayne.
Listen,
Yeah.
Nat, that enemy being able to do that made perfect sense to me.
Oh, it was great. It was great. I did not question my choices at all.
I was
but
like-
it was terrifying.
I was like, when I said, Ro being killed by them was, I was like, Lena being killed by them also would work.
We'll see. There's still time.
What the fuck?
Megan, just story-wise, it would be just so delicious.
It'd be pretty delicious.
What the fuck, Robert?
There are things.
Sam.
You'll tell me about that person at one point.
Tyler.
Deliver us from our evil. Can you run us through our sponsors and shit?
Sure, everyone. We are very lucky to have some really awesome sponsors here at the Chromatic Chimera. There is a handy link that will take you right to a Google Doc that's got our codes and direct links to their shops. But thank you to Tabletop Loot, Heartbeat Dice, Artesian Builds, Pelgrane Press, and of course the Adventure Guild with Adventure Game, where we at No Initiative are Quest affiliates. So if you missed our little heads up at the start of this stream, the Quest shop actually just restocked all of their physical books and cards and some super sweet pins with like roll icons. I may have ordered myself a naturalist one because they're so pretty. So go and check that out and use code NOINITIATIVE, all caps, one word, for 10% off of your purchase. And it's a really great way to help support our cast as well. Otherwise, just specifically, I am Sam. I played Ro the Naturalist today. You can find me on Twitter at @TheSamWisest. I am the SamWiseGameG here on Twitch, where I'm slowly starting to stream again. Otherwise, you can see me right back here on Wednesday with the Chromatic Chimera for our 13th Age campaign, Madame Curio's Bizarre Bazaar. And on Saturday, I'm going to be in our series finale of Mysteries of the Mojave, which is our Monster of the Week campaign. So make sure to check that out. And I can drop that down to just gonna onto Izzo.
Oh god, me? I am not ready.
Is that an albatross poop?
My mind is still 2 scenes ago.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it is.
That's gonna stick right there.
Felika is canon. Yeah, hi. I'm
My
Izza.
fanfic is now real.
My fanfic is real. I'm Izza. I go by Evil Clever Dog on Twitter and Instagram. I have played Faris the Invoker. Now Faris the Invoker of Smooches. But yeah, if you want to find more of the stuff that I do, yeah, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Evil Clever Dog. I also have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/evilcleverdog, where I post cosplay and crafting videos. I just posted a video about my Miss Marvel cosplay, and I'm currently working on the Stygian Blade from Hades, so expect a cool prop building video about that very soon. It's very exciting. And in terms of other streaming stuff, then you can also find me next Saturday for the finale of the Trio Bright, which is a Burn Bright campaign that Nat also runs. We play in together. That's at 6 Eastern, 11 GMT on Saturday evening. And on Friday, you can also find me in the second part of a superhero two-shot. We're playing Legends, the superhero RPG, and also raising money for relief in the Philippines over on Friends That Roll Dice. Oh my god. Yeah, Friends That Roll Dice. It is the second part of that two-shot, and it's been so much fun so far. I really love this. I love superheroes, and it's the first time I've gotten to play a superhero RPG, so I'm very excited. Yeah, and I also stream Pokemon Soul Silver on my friend Finn's Twitch channel on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. GMT, twitch.tv/FinnTheBin. And finally, the next episode of Critical Read Al-Qadim is on also next Saturday. And that'll be over on the Asians Represent Twitch channel, twitch.tv/AZNSRep, I believe. So yeah, that's us like dissecting and ripping apart this super racist D&D book. It's very fun. Not always for us, but you know. So yeah, that's all my things, I think. So whoever is next in the initiative order, Megan.
It's always me. It's always me.
I forget every time
because we are the same. So we're always
next is Alika. Has been added
one after another. Yeah, we have Alika.
I have added Alika.
Alika uses her action to smooch.
It is rolls of triumph. Hello, everyone. I am Megan. I have been your spy, an incredibly capable scum destroyer, for this heist in the world's worst child sitter. But we all know that's how that was going to end up. So it's fine. You can find me most places you find people on the internet at MeganLynFTW. I right now don't have anything going on other than this wonderful game. Usually I have a monthly stream here on Chromatic Chimera called Unprepared, where I facilitate GMless and prepless games. We are taking December off, and we will be back in the new year with more GMless and prepless games, so stay tuned. I'm also an indie game designer, and you can find any of my games at meganlynftw.itch.io if you like GMless, prepless, often sad, often in space, often with robots games. You can find all of my stuff there. And I'll pass it up to Robert.
Oh,
the
hello.
doctor.
Hello, my name is Robert. I played the doctor today. Things happened. You can find me, however, at Voices of Robert on pretty much everywhere that is the interwebs, except for Instagram, because fuck that place. Yeah. That's. I mean, other than the fact that and I'm not going to make Nathaniel do this because, of course, that would be rude. But just as a note for everyone, that character he was playing, the man, that man had a German accent the whole time. That's just a note.
I heard it. It was flawless. What, did nobody else hear that?
Sorry, Robert, but that was never going to happen.
No. That's why I said I'm not going to make you do that, but everyone just know. Hear it in German. Hear it in German.
It's
No,
not
seriously,
that
did nobody else hear
It's not that I can't. And it's not that I won't. It's that I can't. It won't happen.
No, I understand. It's why Okay, go ahead.
So it is me. Hi, I'm Nat. I do my shit lives on CrimeNat on Twitter. If you liked this today, you can find it again every Monday, same time, 6:30 Eastern time here. Next week will be our final for this season, but we'll be back after the holidays with some more, and we'll probably do a little bit of stuff in the middle, peppered here and there. Also, this Saturday, Burn Bright campaign called the Trio Bright. Izza mentioned it. It's very good. Am I allowed to say it's very good? It's my game. And whatever.
It's very good.
No, you're not. It's fantastic.
That's
Spaceship battles, robots, bugs in space, giant space snake creatures.
Apparently,
it's
really
fucking
intense.
awesome.
Really intense Izza poses. I'm here for it.
I don't know though. The space is really small from what I hear. Sorry, I saw James's tweet earlier.
That scene with Drac with the Omniscient though, I am genuinely proud of. That was good shit.
That was so good, so fucking good.
Accept
the compliment.
So, I don't got anything else to say. Tune into things. Enjoy me. Oh, I will say that Friday thing that is in Legends, the superhero game. I caught the first half of that. It was fucking epic. Catch the second half. Go back and watch the first half. Do what you got to do. It's worth it.
Don't miss it.
All
I'm
right.
sure there are VODs on their Twitch, so check that out. That was Friends Who Roll Dice, right? Because
So it's back on Friends Who Roll Dice.
Thank you, Sam.
Friends Who Roll Dice.
Besides that, today was pretty good. We gonna rate anyone, Sam?
Yeah, actually our sponsor, Pelgrane Press, is playing some 13th Age, I believe. Let me make sure they're actually still up. But yeah, we can raid them. You can take get a little peek at the 13th Age system, which we currently play on one of our Wednesday games, Mad and Curios, and it might be heavily featured on the channel in the very near future. So, it's a really cool system you should check out. Let me see if I can get my raid command working, though, because it wasn't working before. Oh, it won't let me raid. Can you do it for me, Robert?
I will try.
I can get it. It'll just take me a minute on a delay.
I think my thing is right. But before we raid, I just want to remind everyone, go to, of course, the greatest website in the world, adventure.game, and buy everything on the store with code no initiative /store with code no initiative, all caps, no space. Just saying, do it. Everything they have for sale.
Give it a couple hours so I can get my order in first. Cool.
Yeah, wait, let us get our roll pins first.
I mean,
I already placed my order, so y'all are good.
Nat did some stuff today. Fine. I don't know if he deserves this order.
All right, I've got logged into the
oh, you got it? All right.
Thing, so I can get us going for the raid.
All right.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out.
Yeah, we'll be back Monday for the season finale.
So see what happens.
Love you guys.
Tuesday.
For rating.